I think TP ability is pretty broken, to be honest.
Yeah, Sunset's fine. Get
I think
rid of
any
Split.
ability where you can get out and not get traded is
That's true.
insane.
I mean, Split's a great map, but
But I also
there you go.
also think the Outlaw is super busted at the moment.
Just keep my beloved Fracture.
But yeah, the Teo is a nightmare for a chamber. Means you kind of have to look into the pathing of like drones and stuff.
2-0 pistols thus far. Let's see if that streak
It is a rough one. I
I
thought it was going to be meta before Teo came out. Well, not meta. For the pick rate was going to be high on a couple of maps. And by high I meant like 15%.
Karan got an inkling of that crossing. By the way, this is Art's second game ever on Breach. Something to kind of keep your eyes on. He has not played a lot of this agent, so kind of curious how he's going to be able to pilot this. You know, this meta comp, kind of what you expect out of DFM.
Dude, they're so
What
wrecked.
we've seen is they're
Smokes go down,
now.
and they
So
didn't
far,
manage to get through here.
A ton of success.
4 players from Gen.G.
And okay, let's see how they are with dealing with smokes. Because they're gonna have to wait for the smokes to go. Guys, don't push through the.
Holding his ground here. Only 10 HP remaining. Ends up getting struck down.
So good.
That's going to be a massive player advantage now for the side of DFM.
There's like a 3-second window where Gen.G smokes are up, and DFM's one, and it looked like they kind of wanted to push through it.
A headshot. Putting May down to 13. Scaling forward.
Okay, they're on the board with a pistol, and that is something they've struggled to do. So let's see what they can do with a good start.
First pistol of the set.
Yeah, looking really good on this one. Making some good decisions on the timings. A nice play off of Art's flash. When they were trying to break their way through to the A site, and that caught a couple of the Gen.G players off guard. So they're doing a really nice, patient work around the utility that they have. This is what we need to see more of with them. Use that util to set themselves up for some of these rounds. Let's see if they can continue to use that success to find a win here and maybe push us to a map 3.
What's up, Rosie?
Oh, well, texture. Out wide, just
Donations?
a one shot there.
And you can still donate.
Continuing the scale forward, continuing to wreak havoc.
You can definitely still donate. I'm pretty sure it's still up. I think it's 24 hours that it's still up for. I'm not entirely sure.
Towards that showstopper.
That's a big find. Get May fired up. Get him firing.
Oh boy.
Definitely feels like a win condition for this team.
Oh,
my
God.
God. Oh my God.
Tell you what though, May getting an all early is going to be nice.
Karan trying to come away with something. Ends up going for the higher HP target. Can't make it happen. Now it's down to Foxy 9 to see whether or not they can do a little bit of damage. Would just be a ghost left on the floor unless he can find more than one kill, but he will not. It's going to be a flawless. It's DFM. 2-0 start here on the attack.
That's as good as you can hope for.
No, it's one of the best starts after a pistol for sure. One away for a Razor. You got 4 orbs to choose from.
And then follow up off a good fault line from Art. Need more of that. You know, so far, this has been a real pain point for Gen.G this year as Fracture. They haven't won on it yet. In fact, going back to last year, they've lost on it like 4 or 5 times in a row. So
okay, let's see the plan. The plan should be around this.
In the map pool. So it's definitely been one of the pain points for this team. Oh, texture.
The only position.
Coming away with it. Opposite just
the only position where he can stand.
Jumps out of the thorns. Will get taken down to
yeah,
75.
Teo.
Comes away with that opening kill.
You two needs to be a little bit better there.
Deny a bonus conversion. Paint shell not going to be finding much there. It's relay bolt not connecting on the chin boom.
I like this from Gen.G though. I'm enjoying how proactive they are. They kind of realize that they need to do something, otherwise they're just going to get razor-ed on. Akno 18 with the tier 1. Thank you so much to the 38 months. The crazy numbers as well, bro. Thanks so much, Akno. Appreciate you, man.
The DFM is still thinking about this.
Oh, texture. The instant headshot, the slide forward.
Oh my God, so many people to choose from. Dude, that's madness from Ash, no? To see 3 on the minimap, knowing that the stunners are going to be lasting and just sending it.
2v3. Can he find the angle?
And he knows where they are on the minimap. One's literally on his left.
A necessary fight victory here for him.
Foxy's eye is sleeping as well.
Wide swing. Both players will back away from one another in the end. As May will get struck down. Karan.
Okay, nice to see from Karan.
Sparing their blushes.
Looks a little bit rough for Gen.G though. I think DFM might have a chance here.
This round was really good with the proactive information and the proactive taking of space from Gen.G. Yeah, Texture there this time decides instead of pushing out past Dish, he's just going to hold it down up on drop. That's a good kill. DFM able to fight back, try to reclaim some of that space. But again, good timing on the drone from Ash.
And the
Catches
epic
DFM
gold with the 10 mums. Thank you so much
when
as well,
they're
dude.
trying to re-aggress towards A. And
Thank you
it's
for that as
really
well,
solid,
Epic.
from Gen.G to collapse onto that position. Just work those tight angles. Catch DFM a bit off guard, but now you've got a showstopper for May. Things to be considered for Gen.G.
Okay, both teams,
DFM
econ-wise,
toying with the
in
idea
the same
of trying to
position.
go towards this weak side. Meanwhile, 3 members of Gen.G all up towards Dish, not having any contact. They're going to get over here quickly.
Yeah, they hear the camera,
if
but they
this
didn't
is
get the
where
camera.
DFM decided to go, but DFM playing very slow today.
They at least know where the
Very
Cypher is
cautious,
now.
Trying to be diligent. It didn't work great on Lotus.
Use map
but let's see
control
if they can
here.
turn it around here on
I
Fracture.
think they might have heard something
bit
over
more
towards it. Actually,
methodical.
I think they really silently
they've
took aim
cleared
in,
a
to
lot
be
of this
fair.
open area
But either way,
over towards
clear
the A
all
site,
the
and
top
that's gonna
side.
be seemingly the direction they want to make this attack go on.
We'll go ahead, avoid some of the util, showstopper. Garners respect. It's the blind shot into the corner,
Yeah,
making
they
sure
get the
that it's
good
cleared
plan.
out.
We definitely got to keep an eye on
Gen.G,
Jingbun because
5 players in
he's
position for the
lurking
retake.
all the way over
Slow
towards
lurk
B,
out
and
from
there's a
Jinbun.
small window where the camera can see him, but
Situated over that B side. Cam is there. If the toggle comes through from
yeah, Foxy just saw
So,
him.
yep, had
Okay, so they're
spotted
going
him.
to speed up.
So Cam gets cleared out. Flashing down into lower, Texture sliding forward. May just
Oh
getting
my god, the
collapsed upon, ends up
flash
absolutely
slide.
bolting as
Dude,
Texture
Tex
takes
is
him
going
around, but Arcus is
crazy.
back too. Texture, Colorado both eliminated. Plant here into the default corner. Arc needing to win this one, needing to try to buy some time. It's going to be fault lined away. Vice now out into the open, and the defuse is just going to be stuck.
Yeah, that's
Still
nicely
some
handled in the
damage
end.
dealt here as Jinbun get to try to find this final elimination.
Dude, Texture just
Will not be able to do so.
absolutely sent
Ties
it. Munchkin one
before the
flash,
round
Texture
swaps
sent
over.
it.
Gen.G tied up 2-2, but they end up losing damn near everyone.
Yeah, you just gotta love the play calling and the confidence from Munchkin here, where they get the confirmation off of that camera that Jinbun is going to be flanking, and that's their go signal. That's when they say, all right, let's dial it up, let's dial it in.
Yeah, the check of the
Let's dial
camera
him
was
out.
big.
3 huge kills for Texture on the entry, setting him up beautifully, and Jinbun too little, too late there. Took quite a while, had so much room to clear. Now Texture's got an op here.
That's a fast turn. Oh,
The
the
drone.
drones absolutely saved them.
It's a bit of damage going for the reposition, the cage.
Ah, he gets traded here, right?
Falling, looks for the shot.
No way.
Jinbun going to be taken down now. The overdrive in play. Pushing the tower. May going to be noted there. As Texture wants to pursue in for the kill, but May is able to shut him down. The site now going to be opened up. The Armageddon rolling through, but everyone able to avoid this. Just a little bit too late for Ash. Karen in the smoke as the dust settles.
It's a couple of low HPs.
Plant to the corner. Karen finding
Oh
one.
god, you got Brimor. Oh no, man,
Last
Karen's
player
just
alive, the only one that was
consistently
orbital
wrecking
strike in
everyone.
his face. It's tiny little tick of damage. They have salvos, they have a molly. They could try to buy some space here for themselves.
Dude,
but they
look
won't
at
even
him go.
need to. Karan will just go ahead, come alive.
It's rough for
Finding a
DFM.
third kill.
I thought they,
Gen.G find the lead.
I
Yeah,
thought they
it looked
owned
like
it when
might
I
be pretty
saw
solid execute
the
for
two on
DFM.
side not
They
play
found a good
together.
timing to get this crunch onto the top of tower, but just Gen.G there so patient in the post plant. Karan working his way through that smoke over towards Canteen
Aaron,
really nicely.
He's Thanos.
Caught a couple
Right.
weak players. They
He
knew,
just
you know,
every round that
by
is
process
like
of
slightly
elimination, they were
close,
able
you
to
get a
out
bit
where
of
the
like
plant was
glimmer of
coming
hope.
from Akame.
Karen just
Takes him down.
shuts it down.
That's so
Look at
clean
that
from
second
Karan.
shot,
Didn't even
man.
need the headshot. May was super weak there, but still finds 3 in the round. And things
I think you've said this every time, but you're genuinely shocked at how good Karen is for a comp player pickup. You're not wrong.
In full armor. And then it's rifles abound for the rest of them. But
The thing is as well, he's like a
again,
stage
you do
player.
have
He's like a
steel
stage
guarding,
pressure
so
player.
some toys to play with.
Like if you look at how he
gotta get
plays
to a
on LAN
position
and
to
his
use
stats
them.
on LAN, it's normally better than like
Some
this
util pushback
period.
Karan.
Like the
Ash.
Masters, the
Out of
Masters
door.
performances for him are
Finds 2
crazy.
there, stopping him from advancing into Sands. Now they start working their way forward, but Karan has refilled the space into mid.
Whoops.
Instead of the spray
Nice shot.
to be able to take that Akame, so ends up falling with Texture here at rope. Gets the shot, Jinbun now all alone.
I have the spike.
Okay,
Great
a
timing.
nice shot.
Texture going to be kicking himself for that one.
He's had a couple of those today.
Jinbung in with a 1v2.
They need this kind
Both
of
players
stuff.
eyes over
I
towards
feel like I
Xenon
haven't seen
here on
big
main.
DFM
Foxy
clutches
be on
really for a
swivel,
long time.
quickly swing out from drop.
Whereas they used to do
Difficult
it all the
position to be in.
time. Like they used to take in the off season. Used to take turns just who wants to
Expect
clutch.
patience here from Gen.G.
30 seconds left.
Tap of the spike should be
Yeah.
go sit or just making sure.
Only know that they're rewarded for sticking around
Much
here
you
on
can
this
do on
side
that
of the
one.
map, and Jinbung not able to get out in front of that fault line. Gets stunned up. Gen.G now stretching the lead 4-2.
That is
Yeah,
actually also
just
true.
getting
I
caught
agree with
this
that.
time. A good changeup from Ash. Using that util.
Not that I think it's
Narrowly gets
down
out.
to
Yeah,
the
that
change.
second one just barely able to drag the gun down in time. Great fault line from Munchkin. Good patience. They've got 4 in a row.
What is
The
this
Sheriffs
name,
are
bro?
DFM. So that's a costly round in a couple different ways, man. Like you've got a couple ults there that you don't get to use. You're just shut out of the round
Oops.
before it even begins. Oh, hello.
Well, not getting the cam in a deep position.
That's
Being
funny.
said though, DFM not looking to apply pressure.
That can't be much better for Gen.G
Player
though.
swap across. It's just gonna be a
The second they
full
wanted to
courtside
take
stack
the
from
rope,
DFM.
they drone out and clear all of this.
I mean, as DFM, like you'd love to be.
Problem
cycling
is
these ults. In
they
that previous round, if
baked
you could get the
tree
Armageddon and the
pressure,
Steel
right?
Garden
So
to go,
there was a good amount of tree
you
pressure
have
over
an
towards there.
opportunity. Then after this round,
Texas just having
or
to
who knows,
guess
in
where
this
it
round, to
is.
grab a couple of orbs, get the Rolling Thunder and the Orbital Strike available.
Look at this though.
Yeah, I mean, there have been some rounds where they're working the map really nicely. You know, they're using that util against Gen.G there. Keep texture in the out planted.
I mean, this is gonna be DFM. Okay, never mind. Orb is gonna be given to May, but Orb pickup goes the way of Art. So I was gonna say, Rolling Thunder's online. They have a Steel Guard to try to equalize the weapon count.
Yeah,
And they have an Armageddon. There is a lot at stake here.
you would hope that there's a real chance that they can get this done even with just Sheriffs.
They got ults. Do you reckon they use the ults into this round? You got to be tempting. Like your after plan util must be so good that they win this, right?
Finds the headshot. Caron gonna be taken down.
Oh boy.
Gets flushed out.
Let's see. What do they still got? Molly just went out.
As there's the Steel Garden now. Gonna be sent forward. Foxy 9.
Molly's on the spike
top,
now.
that drop, finding one. Jinbung gonna be taking down the Rolling Thunder now, coming through to just further delay.
Yeah,
the Salvos
nice.
there on top. The time is gone. DFM, a war of attrition that they will win. They managed to go ahead.
Okay, this is
give
a nice
themselves
round.
a round win to close
This
the
is what a
gap
lot
now.
of teams have
3
been
to
doing at the
4,
moment.
pull
Just
off
have
a Thrifty
so
versus
much off the
Gen.G.
plant
Yeah,
util.
that
They
works.
just send the rays in
just
with the plant.
Work
and
the
then
map,
just
you know.
spam
Gen.G
util.
really committed
Definitely
to
works
that
a little bit
B-side
better when you got
crunch,
the extra ults as well.
and we're very slow about it and didn't really receive much contact, didn't react to it, instead just committed. Said we'll play for retake, but against those ults,
The Jest,
very
I think they're just
challenging.
going
Still
for like.
pretty impressive kills
the
from the side
firepower.
of Gen.G. DFM viewing
I
party.
didn't think Foxy
Have to like what they
played
see.
bad enough
Still
to
got
warrant
an
getting
ult to work with, and
changed.
you're one away from 2 others.
But it does seem
So
to happen a
should be
lot
a really
from
good
teams he's in, and I don't know if
kind of
he's
series of rounds
unlucky,
for DFM,
or I
you would
don't know if
think.
it's
Again,
just
that
like
ult cycling going to be really,
his
really crucial
attitude
here if they're
or
going to
what.
string some together.
But he's a
Top shot doesn't
grinder,
connect.
so
Sure, he's stuck.
I think that's what
Relay
people
Bolt trying
want.
to buy himself some space. Does hit on a one.
Nice shot.
Oh, what a shot there. The readjustment. Catching May as he is blast packing out into the open.
Trobra said he's a very nice guy.
Coming now, just having to get a slow drift back. Art going to be taken down.
Then he kind of sounds
Pick up from
great.
Sewer Foxy,
Like he
finding
definitely
one,
makes
then
mistakes, and I
traded
still
out.
think he has a lot to learn.
Punch comes
But
Caron is just snappy as all hell.
Enemy remaining.
Slow creep in with Texture spotting out the foot before he can get the chest shot. And suddenly, it's just GN left alive.
Sure looks very challenging for GN.
Yeah, how would you rate his comfortability in this round? I think it's probably not good.
Yeah, the comfortability here is very low, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, Gen.G's congestion here, they can do a good job.
that one
Keeping
that
him at
one
bay, they
Reddit
do.
person's
Well,
just
tries
getting
to go
wrecked
for the
ever
orb,
since.
just gets the one in
I've
death,
never
so
heard it
Orbital
as
will be
much since
available
that
for the next round,
post
but
came out.
Gen.G reestablishing that lead here, up by 2 once more.
And this is, even though you're able to win the previous round, this is where it hurts that you're chewing through ult cycles, where you might be able to get him
Have
to
I
go
watched
one more
the
time,
T1 documentary?
not
What a
getting
as
orbs
in
well enough
is
here
this a
for
documentary
DFM
for
either.
them
You're on
at
the attacker side, you have
Masters?
cryo on a lot of these orbs, and you're not using them to get to that Orbital Strike, you're not using them to get to the ults that you could quicker, to have more impact maybe a little bit sooner, to sort of keep yourself
It's
ahead
2 hours long?
in that game.
Oh my goodness.
And you're playing very reactively.
Wait, what?
Against what Gen.G is doing. And
Is it
sure,
good?
sometimes that's going to work.
Yeah,
but a
you'd
lot of
hope
the times
it's good
not.
after 2 hours.
And there just doesn't seem to be
That's really
a
long,
cohesive
dude.
game plan for DFM.
I was gonna say I'll watch it on a treadmill, but that's
Maximizing
a
all the
lot of
opportunities that they have
that's
in
a
front of
lot
them.
of cardio, man.
And
It's too much
That's
cardio.
what's concerning. Like, this is a team that I saw in the offseason that was being very proactive on the map. They were playing off of each other well. They had good protocols.
It's direct.
But it seems to just kind of be crumbling piece by piece as this year rolls on.
Dude, I might have to break it
Sure,
up,
some
man.
fans
I might
there
have to break it up
for
into.
DFM, and hopefully they can
different-
give them something to cheer about.
Let's think. I go gym
Gen.G
3 times
has
next
been in
week.
cruise control.
Tuesday,
for
wait,
most
Tuesday,
of this
Wednesday,
series.
Thursday.
And a few
We
glimmers
do-
of hope for DFM.
Yeah, we could do some.
Hasn't gone
Sure.
the best, and this one has
That's
to be
my.
good.
That's what I watch.
Gotta
How
get
about
it done
that
here.
for the treadmill?
Got the Armageddon.
I can't
you
believe
got
it's
the
2
Showstopper, you got the
hours
Orbital
long,
Strike.
bro. That's kind of
Has to
sick
be a
though that they're doing that.
Guardian for GN.
Wait,
Other than
T1's
that,
actually a sick
got a
orc.
good
Fair play.
opportunity.
2
We're
hours.
going to try to contest B ramp. Oh my god.
Fast out here is Texture. Slides down over towards Sewers. Boom bot damage going to be eaten. The Showstopper gets drawn out, and Karen's going to be dealt with. The Kami able to find one. Foxy.
Oh, this is gonna be nice. Munchkin's so.
likely dead, but no.
Wait,
May looks away. I thought he was going to be able to catch a glimpse before that smoke could bloom, but it's going to be Munchkin instead who comes away with it. Now Texture catching him by surprise. Slides down.
Oh, God,
reestablishes.
Texture's just
Arc gonna be
killing
dealt
everyone
with,
as
and now
well,
suddenly
bro.
just Jinbong
oops.
fighting back, finds the
Oops.
first, finds the second. And so this round lacking
Um,
comfortability for both teams. but Gen.G
Texture
still
is
able to
consistently
go ahead
getting
and steady
2
it.
most rounds right now.
Oh boy.
Are you glad you made that Reddit post yet?
Yeah. You've ruined the English language for a week with just one Reddit post. Well done. Munchkin there, the timing.
3 times treadmill sessions.
They just
40 minutes? Yeah,
didn't
actually,
anticipate
it might
there
work
could be
pretty
somebody
well.
in
I
that
normally do
corner.
30, so we'll
That
do
reach you
40.
till early. I like the way Gen.G uses that speed of the Neon early to open up that extra angle. And so again, got an Armageddon, got an Orbital Strike, got to get there to use it. Gen.G doing a great job of pushing the tempo on this defensive side, turning it into more of an attacker side. They're aggressive.
It's kind of nice that he got hit, though, because he already did his smokes.
Oh my god, onto Karon. Gian fighting back for one. Aftershock to go ahead and force position. Eventually they are able to overwhelm, so weapon going to be scooped up.
Dude, did Foxy,
DFM,
dude, I would have loved to
pulling
watch the
up 50
Foxy
once
9
again, do
POV
have
there.
Very good post plan.
Is he
until
not
the
okay?
Ultimate's available. Armageddon going to be sent though in advance. As Rolling Thunder comes out from Gen.G, Orbital Strike as well. They're to try to stun him up, and Gian able to go ahead and hold his ground, tucked into the corner. Texture is melted down.
Everyone's getting caught, he eats it out.
The flash in hand, but it's going to be Ash coming away with a kill.
Last player standing.
Coming away with a second. Munchkin now with everything to do.
Had to use the salvos to protect it. Munchkin's got an opportunity.
He does, but it has to basically just be a headshot on this 90-degree pivot. And there you go, the swing out. Another 50 going to be locked
Okay.
in.
Dude, I would
DFM
love to know how Foxy 9 went
Yeah,
down.
and these are the rounds where they look their best, when they're
I
these
think
kind of fast hit executes where
He
everybody just
pushes in.
knows what they're doing, knows what their job is, and does it very well. Coordination is so key for this team. I mean, okay, you lose Made a car on just outplaying you when he has a stun, but you have weaker weaponry, so it's whatever. I love the decision from Texture there to just try to get ahead of the Orbital Strike. But there you go. Yep. That one was good. I think if I'm DFM, I'm saying, look.
Okay, now
we
he
gotta
puts
turn
his
up the
trip
tempo.
over
Those seem
towards
to be the
heaven
rounds
to
that
give
are
him some
working the
freedom on
best.
sight.
It's
They
maybe
go a little bit aggro,
for
they
some
go
other big
top
hits, but
side trips,
instead you're
bottom side
giving
crunch.
Texture open space with an operator.
4-6.
He's one of the best
Dude,
in
if
the
they can
game,
get
folks, when it comes
6-6
to
there.
that kind of stuff. Ooh, good. Not sure whose flash that was, but might have just saved Jinboom.
I think it was his own. He's the only vice.
Has to be his. Has to be his. You're right. That's a good point.
Yep. Chock full of them.
Ooh,
Texture.
goodness.
Whip on the shot.
Oh my
So
goodness, he went back
everything's
for
up.
another
Okay,
with
follow-up
the...
shot from Texture.
Oh my god,
Line
look at him
one.
go.
Jinboom now having to try to just stave him off, and
My
we'll be able to
goodness,
do
it's
so,
the
but the rest of the
craziest
team is
op
just getting
player.
absolutely mauled to death.
Hey, well, the neon op looks kind of fun, though.
So Spike now dropped. Why is it always Jinboom?
Yeah, this is like
I mean,
the fourth
I
round.
guess it's just, you know, lurking sentinel type
Yeah.
deal, but it's just always him as the last man standing.
It kind of do be like that sometimes. Sometimes you're just the
Neon and the
lurker
neon
and
op. I mean,
the
that
rest of your team gets smothered on
you
the
gotta be a
execute.
beast. You definitely gotta be a beast.
Trying
It is.
to
It is
make
probably.
something out of nothing. But
Who's
where
to
that
who's
spike
to
is,
use it?
and with all the map control,
Who's that guy on foot that used to use it?
They can just wait.
Was it
They know where he's gonna be
2020?
coming from. Unless he goes all around the woods, he doesn't
From
have
I
enough
think of
time, so it doesn't
BBL
matter.
Executioner.
10 seconds left.
He's just gonna have to hold on to the gun.
Q1.
Plenty of money for DFM,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's
nothing
it.
he can really do
Just
here.
use it all the time.
Don't want to fork over any more ult orbs, I guess. But it's I mean,
Like, he was
Gen.G
pretty good with it.
reacting so well here. Just
Texture's
coming from
definitely
bunch of
playing it a
different
little
angles
bit
and
crazier than him.
Cutting DFM off in half,
See how
basically.
Texture got this follow-up kill. Ah, just caught him while he was
Yep.
Just
planting his
yeah,
feet
just
after a
confident
kill.
with the
Give him
stun.
that space, you give him that time, and he's gonna punish you.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, Foxy.
Yep. Scattering to the winds, and Foxy able to collect. So solid rally back here from Gen.G.
Okay, Texture with the
Guaranteeing
backup all
themselves an
this time.
advantage at the half. Question is it going to be 7-5, 8-4? Let's find out. Overdrive in the back pocket for Texture here.
Was Sentinels at Toronto
Aside
level
from that, the
yesterday?
Armageddon online.
Yeah, it looked really good,
DFM, unfortunately, the ult cycle is just a world away.
especially in the rate. The probably
This is
had his
tough.
best,
Tough for
best of
Jinbu.
3 in
I have no idea where that
Sentinels,
drone was
from what I can remember.
gonna use that opportunity.
Like, he was
Go
individually
across
just
the road,
winning
setting up for a 4-man hit.
so many
Foxy has
rounds.
trips there, so not much contact to be found. So DFM press forward. Use those-
Bang. I mean, Bang's
Salvos
been
on
good ever
Texture.
since he's been on the middle
Kid
seat.
finds one.
The confidence
Spike now.
buff is
Drop
actually
the
real
tower.
there.
Armageddon going to be sent out, making sure they cannot recover this. Foxy will linger on the angle before just going ahead and cutting back. Dodging out the friendly fire. Charon finding
Just
Mace with the
straight up
smoke.
spam through.
As the wheels are coming
Or,
off here.
okay, well, they got to win pistol, but at least they won the
looking close
first
now
one,
at
so
the
their
half.
win rate's a little bit up.
Slow scale forward. Munchkin hearing, shooting, killing. Jinbung going to be taken down. And Akame, last one standing, 21 HP. We'll just go ahead and get
Very
zapped
nice.
to death. 8-4.
Jacob Narrator's
Gen.G.
always been playing like that, that's for sure.
A good recovery.
We
for the
haven't
first
really
two
seen it
rounds.
yet.
Go on a massive streak. Secure a pretty substantial lead.
Yeah, it's concerning for DFM. There doesn't seem to be much follow-up to taking control of that space, and Gen.G just so happy to wait for utility to expire and then retake the space themselves and find kills, and just kind of brutalize DFM, to be frank. Very
How are the patch
solid
out
half
guarantees
there
so far?
for
I mean, we
Gen.G,
lost
8-4 on the
the
defender side of Fracture.
Fnatic Vitality
that.
one.
No doubt about it.
I don't know what else we
Some
guaranteed.
good
There was a
rounds
lot
for
this
DFM,
week.
but still the woes continue. They look awfully off balance, and it seems that they really just don't have a lot of follow through sometimes. It's like if they can't
But a mate,
have that good read
what,
or they can't
1
have
out
that
of
good
3,
execute,
I guess?
there's no backup plan, and there's no coordination. Like, the amount of times I see May out there on his own, not being set up by utility. I mean, sometimes they do try, and to be fair, there was that one time where he jumped into Karan's face and he had a classic Karan at a rifle and got the kill, but a lot of times he's just dry peeking or trying to use a blast pack to clear an angle, and you know, that's tough to do against Gen.G. They're too talented, top to bottom.
Is Gen.G just
many
saving
players who are just
strats, or is
shooters.
Boom just good
You
at
have
this
to-
stage?
you
No,
have to
Boom
keep
is
them off
good,
balance and
man.
uncomfortable with
Boom is
utility.
really, really good right now. Boom, in Pacific,
Well,
if there's a team you
Gen.G
don't want to play, it's
fans.
Boom, because
Very much being rewarded thus far.
they look
feasting.
scary
Yeah,
good,
the team finds themselves
and
well poised.
I guess because they came
Get a
from
2-0 win
Ascension,
here.
you're like
DFM.
expected to win, but
Can they go 2 for 2 on pistols? Need
like
that.
I'm a little bit worried for
Start rallying
Paybreaks,
things back.
and by a little bit I mean I'm
for
really
sure.
worried for them.
One of the bright points for DFM here in stage 1 has been Akame. He has been very, very good overall. Some damage done to Texture, but everybody in DFM hightailing it back.
Foxy. All alone.
They're good to get one though. Spots too, so they know where 2 are. Stun hits, they take the map control off the info.
Could be stunned off the angle. Has a back pedal, but Jinbung able to go ahead and collect that kill. Karan holding his own as Ash holds down tower. Gen.G established a lead. 3-2 here in the player count. Not
Ooh.
flying. That causes a distraction.
Yeah, it's
Caron
big.
turns his sights away. Munchkin down to 41.
The reposition from Munchkin's really nice, but
rotate around as Ash just gonna be delaying.
yeah, Salvo's delay for him as well. Munchkin manages to pick up a ghost.
In tower, but cannot do anything about it. And now Munchkin just waiting, sending.
Very, very nice from Munchkin. The reposition was awesome.
To go ahead and pick up the pistol.
1-1 for the pistols.
Gen.G now up
Like
9-4.
Achilles said, 3 for
I mean,
1.
again, it's just the protocols and the discipline for Gen.G through the roof today. They look so clean. You know, the Jinbung trying to hold down. The tower gets the first. But then everybody playing off of each other so nicely here for the side of Gen.G. And of course, Munchkin in a post plant with a breach stun. Not going to mess that up in a 1v1. Has a great opportunity there to close that round out and capitalizes. So now you've got a couple Bulldogs, a couple Guardians, and a Marshal for Foxy9. It's going to be the buy. No weaponry.
The instant 5-person stack.
Just going to stick with the classics and gamble stack on a beat. And Gen.G wary of something, being a little bit cautious to spot the shoulder of Jinbung. I'm going to ping it out. Are they just going to try to challenge this, or is this all just a bit of a ruse? Try to draw out the rotations. You know that against Eco, they're going to want a 5-stack.
Salvo's out, some noise made. Fault line at the ready. There it is. Looking for the pinch on the texture, but it's only going to be a tiny amount of damage suffered.
That's a lot of util, so you would expect an instant reaction.
Much damage through. Foxy9 looking forward here.
They might actually get a lot over towards site here. We've got smoke to block them from coming out, so they have to go stands.
4 players.
Do they beat their own?
Position.
No, they don't. Okay, well, almost.
And spotting nothing. The turn around here. The crunch coming out from Sands, and suddenly kills in favor of DFM. He shall send some Guardian shots through. Foxy with classic. Able to get the right click to finish off May. Spike now going to be picked up. A Bulldog as well. Recovered. And Caron covering fire.
Smoke's down.
Allows for Foxy to safely retreat.
It's a shame. It's actually a pretty good go at it. Oh, it's got a freebie.
Oh,
no.
No.
Oh my God! How did it end like this?
Solid damage
Dude,
dealt. Pulling off an eco win, but
was no one close enough to hear the door? I guess I thought they heard the door, but it's looking like Foxy didn't hear the door. No, the idea was nice. It was a good instant rotate, but then they realized they just spammed with their util. The little trap play. I think it's the first time I've seen them 5-stack as well at the beginning, so it's not like you can anti how they play the ecos.
Coming from the arcade side of the map, so you can just say, oh, let's just
Monk 10 with the prime. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it.
If Texture's not going to commit to the site here as the Neon, that likely isn't the site of the attack, so they're able to do a ton of damage. So it's a Phantom for Texture, Guardian for Foxy9, Stinger for Caron, a couple Sheriffs.
I mean,
yeah, it's not a great bonus.
Foxy maybe can create a little bit of a distract. Does have that
weak side though.
There's a Jinbung repositioning. Catches the glimpse. Foxy now potentially at risk, and yep, will end up dying, as does Texture. So Phantom on the ground, Munchkin able to find one.
He pushes it forwards.
The push forward, the Stinger. Caron gets the drag across and finds that kill. Jinbung knocked out of the park, and now this B site in control in Gen.G's hands. It's Munchkin. He can find the timing. Oh,
incredible timing. Yeah, but they know where they both fought.
Catches word and finds that punish. A 2v2.
They sent that tap of the spike and then went looking for kills. Playing with DFM's minds.
Yeah, the rotate off.
Dude, they're so sure that they're going A.
Diabolical.
No, this is so frustrating to play against. I mean, Gen.G's Munchkin is calling a masterclass here. This is a really difficult round to read, no matter who you are.
Oh, I know for sure now.
And they got faked. Oh, they for sure got faked. The tap of the spike into the silence was kind of nice. Just waiting for reaction. DFM had no info on like any of these angles. But they took a gamble. They kind of had to.
Another bonus conversion. Oh,
it's nuts, isn't it? There's non-stop timings at the moment.
Maybe I can make a go of this, but the timing's just not really there.
I didn't clear tower.
I mean, Munchkin's just making noise. It's just like, yeah, it just makes it easy for him. Walks it down, walks it in, finds
like
that kill.
Might be another fast one.
11.
Everyone's sitting around 3K.
Every single pistol that Gen.G won, they were able to convert the bonus on the back of it. All three of them. That's devastating. Hard to come back from that. So well played here by Gen.G in this.
How can we fix DFM?
Like,
Map pool looks a little
middle
rough
of
for
the
them.
round where
I
they
think
tap the
their
spike once and
attack
immediately
calling
go
is a little
hunting
bit
for some
off.
kills.
They don't give
Send
themselves
DFM
many
off balance
options.
because they've only got 2 players left. They don't know what the heck's going on.
And
So they double back towards A.
their pistol
Gen.G
record
is
is
just, oh, we're
you,
going
you
right back
can't
to
win.
planting.
You can't
We've
win
got a
maps
Tejo,
with their
we've got a
pistol
Brim.
record at the moment.
And as Akame there,
What are they?
a little bit of U
3
to the left, but doesn't choose correctly where to
to
place
9? Right, 3 out of
Karan
12.
punishes him. Foxy again on arcade control. It's kind of just been the default here for Gen.G at the beginning of the rounds. Send Texture and friends over towards
And they
B
kind of
Ram.
look like they lost
Foxy at
the...
arcade.
I haven't seen them like
Have Karan
clutch
watch
for
back.
a while. They used to
And then just
clutch
try
all
to
the time.
Fish out what's going on.
They used to,
off the
obviously
back
it was
of that
like off
info.
season, but
Look at where these razor vines are for DFM. They are really gambling on this A hit with this Vice util. This could slow Gen.G down.
And tap of the door.
oh man, it's really bold.
Door gets opened up, but I mean, Gen.G, they're just
It tanks
fighting
so
back.
much damage.
DFM feels like they have the crunch, they have the timing, they have every advantage, but they just absolutely do not.
God, it's hard to watch.
Gen.G are
They're
just
getting
firing
so wrecked.
on all cylinders. They're hitting every
Gen.G
shot.
look good as well, but
It's Gen, a nice one to keep himself alive. Escapes the blast radius of the orbital strike. Spammed down to 74 through the box by Ash. Spike now planted, Munchkin going to fall. 3v2. The DFM needs the win. The 2v3, I should say.
I mean, maybe. It smokes up for a little bit.
Early off the tap. Molly not available, but now the Armageddon just going to be layered in. Gen.G wanting to give them no opportunity to get back into this round. Texture still on this lurk, on this hunt. There's 3K for GN will come to a conclusion now. 12-4, Gen.G
God,
looking
it's
to
a real
speed run
fast
this
one
series.
as well, man.
Yeah,
First
they're
map was 30
so
minutes. We're
into
sitting at
today.
32 minutes now.
Making really good decisions again. Just toying with DFM's protocols. Right off the rip there, open the door.
Get on the floor.
Everybody do the dinosaur.
Walk the dinosaur.
Is it walk? That's right, it's walk the dinosaur. You're right. I always make that mistake. Look,
I always make the mistake.
DFM
How many times did he quote in
GN's
this song?
hitting some nice shots today, but in general, Gen.G's hitting better shots
Um,
and good coordination.
okay,
Just the
8
way that
chances.
they'll be really diligent in post plants, making sure that every angle is covered, making sure that Texture can come up for free. You have that man advantage, take full use of it, full advantage of it. And well.
Cage triggered.
Also Foxy
man.
finally able to find the lurk off arcade in the previous round. Now
It's
he switches
so
over
hard
to
to
Dish.
watch, dude.
Immediately finds value there. Things just really
Amaze just in trouble now.
difficult for DFM
Big
today.
nade.
And they need to sell this position.
Oh.
And so far, no one is checking. May able to find the first
No.
one, but then watches the rest. Can't find the value. And the blink of the eye. It is all just tumbling down. All going to be
Okay.
missing. GN, however,
Dang.
a bit more bite still. Nice headshot. Brings us back to parity, 2v2.
GN has been hitting shots, but it's not enough. See if they can maybe get this one over. I mean, you're going to put Gen.G onto an eco if you do. GN's so weak right now.
Double push past the sheer wall.
30 seconds left.
Jinbung, a lot of this likely resting on his shoulders, given the HP bar here
I
from
feel like
GN.
Gen's here pretty fast.
A molly available here from Karan. It's GN riding the rope. An
Relatively
easily
unlucky.
delivered kill. Jinbung with every single angle to clear. There's no way to make it happen.
Oof, 13-2 into a 13-4.
Looking
30-minute map
absolutely
into a 34-minute
dominant
map.
here today. Only giving over